Liquid silk, the final form of chocolate perfection. But how do humble beans reach this state? This is what 72 hours of conching creates. Chocolate smoother than silk.
3,000 years ago, the ancient Maya called chocolate the food of the gods. They believed cacao was a gift from the heavens.
Aztec Emperor Montezuma consumed gallons of chocolate daily, believing it gave him wisdom and power.
But how does humble cocoa become this liquid silk? And let's trace the journey from bean to bar, making the...
This is where magic happens. 10,000 square feet of chocolate alchemy, making the viewer... Our journey begins in the cocoa farms of West Africa, where the world's finest cocoa beans are born. Ripe pods are harvested by hand. Each pod contains 30 to 50 precious beans.
Fermentation develops the chocolate flavor. It is the first magic step, making the viewer feel that flavor is born in fermentation.
Sun drying concentrates the flavor and stops fermentation. The beans
Bagged and ready for their journey across the ocean. The journey is perilous, but the beans survive. The beans have arrived. Their final transformation begins. Only the finest beans make the cut. Quality is non-negotiable, making the viewer understand that perfection is required at every single step of the process. Beans are roasted to unlock their deepest flavors. Rapid cooling stops the roast at the perfect moment. Step 1. Cleaning the beans must be purified before transformation. Air jets remove dust screens, filter out stones and debris, making the viewer understand that every impurity is systematically removed through multiple cleaning stages. Even microscopic metal particles are removed, and safety is paramount.
Silverine slate roast versus sleek burshers. Temperature is crystal, slater blue one. Have a percent in it. That heat is about to...
At 250 degrees Fahrenheit, beans will release their essential oils and deep, complex...
Rapid cooling stops the roast at the perfect moment, making the viewer understand that precision timing is critical to achieving the perfect roast. Cracking opens the bean and separates it from the shell, making the viewer understand that the bean reveals its treasure through the cracking process.
Precision separation. Air pressure separates shells from nibs, and pure cocoa remains. "100% pure cocoa nibs, the essence of chocolate making." Grinding crushes the nibs and releases their natural cocoa butter. The friction of stone grinding generates heat, activating the cocoa butter, making the viewer understand that ancient technology still works best for grinding cocoa. Cocoa mass 100% pure chocolate. It is bitter, intense, and powerful, making the viewer understand that pure chocolate is born raw and wild and full of potential.
At this stage, it is not the chocolate, and we know the bitterness is overwhelming, but the potential is there.
Sugar enters the first step toward balance, making the viewer understand that sweetness begins to tame the bitterness of the cocoa. Milk powder adds creaminess and body, making the viewer understand that dairy softens the intensity of the chocolate.
Extra cocoa butter, the secret to silk, making the viewer understand that more butter means more silk and smoothness in the final chocolate.
Ingredients combined. Now the real transformation begins. Refining, where particles become microscopic, making the viewer understand that size reduction begins at this crucial stage. 5 rollers with decreasing gaps each pass crushes particles to 20 microns, making the viewer understand the precision engineering required for perfect chocolate.
At 20 microns, the particles are smoother than human skin.
Now it is a fine, powder-like flake, ready for the conche.
The Conching Machine, the heart of chocolate perfection. 72 hours of transformation.
Inside chocolate is heated, mixed, and aerated continuously, making the viewer understand that the heart of the process is now exposed to the world. The refined flakes enter the marathon begins. The marathon begins, making the viewer understand that the final transformation has continuous movement ensures even heating and aeration, making the viewer understand that constant motion creates perfection through the power of the conching machine. Friction generates heat, no external heating needed, making the viewer understand that the machine creates its own heat through friction and mechanical energy. Volatile acids escape, bitterness disappears, making the viewer understand that the bite fades away through the power of heat and evaporation. Evaporation oxidizes the chocolate, developing deep, complex flavors, making the viewer understand that oxygen unlocks flavor through the power of aeration. Particles continue to break down smoother than silk, making the viewer understand that perfection takes time and patience to achieve. Cocoa butter coats every is the secret to silk, making the viewer understand that moisture evaporates, concentrating flavor, making the viewer understand that water leaves and flavor stays, creating more intense chocolate. Color deepens, visual perfection follows taste. After 24 hours, the transformation is visible but not complete.
At 48 hours, the chocolate is approaching perfection, making the viewer understand that progress is visible.
60 hours, nearly ready.
Quality control confirms the chocolate is flawless.
72 hours complete. The chocolate has achieved silk.
This is the moment liquid silk, making the viewer understand that the miracle is complete and the chocolate has achieved its final form.
Smooth as silk, the goal achieved.
Every drop is perfection, making the viewer understand that the chocolate is perfect in every way, and every drop is flawless.
Pride in every batch. This is craftsmanship.
This is where chocolate becomes art. This is the texture of silk. Tempering creates stable crystals, giving chocolate its snap and shine.
Into molds the final shape.
Cooling locks perfection, making the viewer understand that the chocolate is now solid and stable and ready for the next stage. Finished pieces from liquid silk to solid perfection. Only perfection leaves this factory, making the viewer understand that every piece matters and quality is never compromised. Precision at every step. Each bar is wrapped in luxury. Craftsmanship continues to packaging, making the viewer understand that the same care and attention goes into the packaging as you went into making the chocolate. The product is complete. Ready for the world. The journey continues, making the viewer understand that the product is now on its way to be enjoyed by chocolate lovers everywhere. From humble bean to liquid silk, This is the magic of chocolate at Jorvex Industries, making the viewer understand